What's up, everyone? Welcome to the December 28th edition of FanDuel Tournament Plays brought to you by BetMGM. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can follow me on Twitter at ShipMyMoney DFS. We have an 8-game NBA slate to break down tonight. As usual, we're going to look at 5 of the top tournament options using the Boom Bust tool on the Stokastic.com website. But first, click the link in the description below, sign up, and place a deposit at BetMGM. Place a real money wager of at least $10 and receive a risk-free first bet up to $1,000. In addition to 2 free months of Stokastic Plus Platinum. Take advantage of this offer by clicking the link in the description below. As a reminder, stuff's going to change between now and lock. We have 8 games. We have several teams on back-to-backs, so we don't even have full injury reports yet. But be sure to tune into the deeper dive and live before lock shows starting at 5 p.m. Eastern on the Stokastic YouTube channel for the most up-to-date information. But with the way things look right now, starting at number 5, Zion Williamson is $10,100 with power forward eligibility. He's got a decent matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Pelicans have a healthy 120 implied total, and Zion is probable to make his return tonight. I haven't seen anything about a minutes limit. I'm expecting him not to be limited, but obviously if we get news that he's going to be limited, this would make him less appealing. But assuming he's going to play his typical 34-plus minutes, he looks like a strong option here, projected for 11% ownership with a 12% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Number 4, Kyle Kuzma, $8,100 with small forward and power forward eligibility. He's projected for 13% ownership with a 14% chance of being in the optimal lineup. It's unlikely that Bradley Beal is going to play for the Wizards tonight, as he got hurt towards the end of yesterday's game. His body language didn't seem particularly good. He immediately threw his headband onto the floor and went straight back to the locker room. So seems unlikely that he is playing tonight on the second half of the back-to-back. And if so, that does open up more usage for Kyle Kuzma. He is also likely to play a ton of minutes. So he is projected to go a little bit under-owned at a reasonable $8,100 price tag. Number 3, Ben Simmons, $7,200, projected for 11% ownership with a 14% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Simmons is in a favorable matchup against the Atlanta Hawks in a game that has about a 235 total, and he played 34 minutes in Brooklyn's most recent game. We had seen him playing into the mid-30s prior to his injury. Then Brooklyn had run some sort of weird rotation since he came back. It's nice to see him get back to 34 minutes, though. I think you can pretty comfortably project 30 to 32, knowing that he can play a little bit more. And he's still reasonably priced at $7,200 with a very unique point guard and power forward pairing. Number 2, DeMar DeRozan, $8,600, 15% projected ownership, 16% chance of being in the optimal lineup. He has a difficult matchup against the Milwaukee Bucks, who are a solid defensive team, but still should be a high-scoring game with a 232 total. The Bulls have a 114 implied total. DeRozan is shooting guard, small forward eligible at $8,600. And number 1, going back to the Nets, Kevin Durant is down to $10,400, small forward and power forward eligible. He should give you 36-plus minutes tonight against Atlanta, assuming that the game is competitive. And he's projected for just 12% ownership with a 16% chance of being in the optimal lineup. So to recap, the top 5 tournament options as things currently stand on FanDuel: number 5, Zion Williamson; number 4, Kyle Kuzma; number 3, Ben Simmons; number 2, DeMar DeRozan; and number 1, Kevin Durant.